Well, we have a few technical issues with green. Some fool has decided to wear a green t-shirt, which doesn't really go with green screen, so we'll have to live with a little bit of jaggedness. I think we're live, we've got our output. Just got to wait for somebody to say hello or give me a comment. Let's get the chat box dropped out. Excuse me while I click. Oh, it looks a bit fuzzy on the output, but I've got a good input. I've got a green t-shirt on, which doesn't bode well. Evening, Suffolk Searcher. My output looks a bit blurry, although the nice little cross. That was a good find. I'm just trying to get my windows sorted out. So how are you? Hope you're doing well. How's the video, apart from the green t-shirt, what some fools decided to put on? Can't find my window to find out. Good evening, Ian. Thanks for dropping in. Just trying to sort my windows out. Left excuse, I've put a green t-shirt on, which doesn't really go well with the green screen. So I'm going to look a little bit like the background. Unfortunately, I tried to have a quick fiddle with the settings, but could not sort it. Link Soul Searcher, hello to you. Video all good at end, the Suffolk Searcher's end. Must just be me then, or YouTube. Yeah, it definitely looks, unless it's my eyes. On the other screen I've got here, it's coming up blurry, although it says the stream, the health of the stream's okay. Yeah, 4 watching at the moment. I think we've I think we've sorted ourselves out now. Sorry about the green t-shirt, by the way. It's not a good choice when you're trying to do green screen. Lawn Bowl UK, hey to you. Trust everybody is well. I don't move too much. I'm not too jaggedy, but yes, and it was a good hunt. It was nice to get out after a couple of failed attempts with rock hard concrete ground. Good evening, Anne. Nice to see you. Here. Hi, I'm here. Got booted. What do you mean, Ian? You got booted? Got booted out? I don't think if I move the lights too much, that's going to get a damn sight worse. I left to live with my shoulder and me little man going a little bit like Stubblefield. Wasn't the best choice of t-shirt. I should know by now, shouldn't I, really? But there we go. You live and you learn. No, I haven't really dug any deeper on the cross, so I don't really know age, but it just looks like, if you look at the picture in the video, that there's a little hoop at the top which is broken, and I'm just guessing it goes around on a chain, perhaps. looking at it blown up on the PC screen, there's blue, white and black. It's not enamel, but you know, paint or whatever they use, so there's at least 3 colours on that cross. Oh, you got booted, what, off YouTube? You got booted off YouTube, Ian. What on earth for? Digger One's in the house. Good evening, Digger One. Had to log in 3 times. Well, you're back again. So you didn't get booted off as in got kicked out, you just couldn't get in on your login. That's good. Long as we know. We've got 6 people watching. Wow. So I've sorted out, as I promised, not last week because I was away on hollybobs. The week before we said that if you send in pictures, I'll put them up on the different screens, and then we'll talk about them, perhaps ID them or whatever. So I've got 3 pictures. I said I'd stick to 6, but unfortunately there's very poor response from you lot. So Tom sent in 1 and sent in 1, and I've put 1 up just to make up 3. So look for 6 next week, guys and girls, please. Digger One, you have to watch a video, mate. You'll have to watch the video. It was pretty good. I had a couple of hours before I had to do sort of family stuff and pack for hollybobs, and I went on a couple of fields which I hadn't done much on, and for the time I was on there it was quite productive. If you read up the comments, you'll find out one of them was a cross. So really just waiting for Tom to rock up really, and then we'll crack on with the show your finds. But hoping to go out on Friday. That's supposed to gusset down tomorrow here, and hopefully that'll be a nice little drench for the soil to get those extra deep signals. And we're going to go out Friday. I heard a commotion just over the fields, and there's a meadow just been cut, and it gets obviously done once a year, so it's as low as it's going to get now. It was done I think yesterday or the day before, so I might take a walk over there and maybe try the deep program on the dais just to see how it goes. Yeah, it's pretty cool cross digger one. I was quite pleased with it anyway. That was on GM Power, and the numbers that I got, I would have said it was scrap, but obviously GM Power gives you different numbers. Oh right, I see. You're confusing me now, aren't you? Okay, well Tommy's here under a pseudonym. Right, shall we give it a little while longer, see anybody else rock up, or shall we crack on and hopefully, fingers crossed, the stuff I've set up earlier today will work. I'll leave it to you. Yeah, Tom, that's probably better to keep your names uniform across all platforms. So I'll give it a few minutes to 1/4 past, and I'll crack on. There's just 3 to show. As I say, Suffolk Searcher and me. I thought it'd be more than that. You're going to have to try harder next week, chaps and chapesses. Right, I'll start 1/4 past, which is about 2 minutes away. Apologies again for the choice of t-shirt. Green, shouldn't really have worn it because you can see stubble coming through. If I turn in the right direction, the little man goes yellow. Never mind. King, Sean C and Detecting Jester should be checking in soon. Oh wow, there you go, Jester. We'll have a photograph of that next weekend if he comes on. Isn't that just the way, Tom? you let someone on your permission, they go and find the gold. Christopher Stanley, good evening to you. Thank you very much for dropping in. It's a bit of a madhouse. I'll be starting to do the show your finds feature in a moment, just a minute away. If no one knows what it is, basically you email me a picture of your, not necessarily best find, might just be a find you like, or doesn't need to be a coin, could be anything. I'll select the first 6 and load them up to show everybody tonight, and hopefully we're going to have a little chat about them. I'm more worried about the things I've set up working at the moment, so if it don't work, don't get on to me. You know what I'm like with technology. Right, just on 1/4 past, I'll fire up the first one. Basically it's just like a transition, and it goes into a different scene. There'll be a coin on this one and who sent it in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the chat box will work and I should be there in a little diddy box. So just reading Tom's last one, he got 2 hammered coins with it and you got a spoon handle. Yep, that is the way it goes, isn't it? Right, I'm going to click a button now. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right, oh my god, I think it's working. Right, I'm down here now. Alright, down bottom right, I think, for you. As it says in the text, this find sent in by Tom, aka Suffolk Searcher. And would you like to start the ball rolling, Tom, about what it is, where you found it, what signal it gave, and depth, etc, etc? I think it looks pretty cool. I'd be lying if I said I knew what it was. Just watching my playback, there's quite a delay. It must be a good 10-15 seconds. The output has not even gone over to there we go, no going over. So there we go. You should be seeing it now, and Tom is going to tell us how he found it, where he found it, what he used to find it, and what it is. Over to you, Tom. Right, here we go. Well, okay, I don't want to know exactly where you found it, but what I mean, the machine, the signals, the depth, and then what it is. What is it? Celtic silver unit. No, I must never found one. Don't know what they are. Yeah, you're talking a different language now. You could be talking gibberish, I don't know. A Mossop proto head with Iceni horse. And Flo has got it at the moment. Where are you meeting Flo, Tom? You going to the library? not the library, the museum. Don't say where the museum is. Yeah, Link Soul Searcher on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list as well. Nearly 2,000 years old. XP Dias GM power. Bang and tone 81, 4 inches deep, approximately. Superb. There we are. That gives me great hope with GM power. I've not really used it that much. But I did use it and I found that cross with it. Are you still on 4.1, Tom? Or you gone up to 5.1? Poor old Anne. They'll come, Anne, don't you worry. I'm still dreaming of that one as well. Mind you, I'm still dreaming of anything gold. Yeah, it's a cracking unit coin. Yeah, good detail. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. Yeah, Alex, yeah. Oh, I see. Ah, you're down up there. Okay, no, I'm meeting. Well, I don't know whether God, I can't remember her name. She was on maternity leave. It's normally the local museum to me, and that's coming up in about a couple of weeks as well. And I can't honestly remember what the heck I gave them, so that'll be a surprise when I get them back. I know she's made have a receipt and write down what you send them, but you know, I've gone all fuzzy on the other screen, so I don't know whether you lot of having video issues. Yeah, the good thing about Flow is you get a nice write-up, don't you? You get a nice couple of A4 pages of details, so that's always a good thing to give them to Flow. And you got some gold? You found gold, Anne? Lawn bowler. It doesn't matter, Josh. It's not the best find. It's not who's got the biggest and the best. It's just interesting. I like buttons. Hammered coins is always a good thing. So no, it doesn't have to be fantastic. A find's a find. If you like it, send a picture in. First 6 get a slot, and we'll do this next week. If you like it, that is. Links Soul Search, all fine. I'm assuming that's a reference to the video. It's just that I don't know what's going on YouTube. Anyway, never give up on a permission. Tom come off the field, which was very quiet. No hammered coins or old relics. Tried and tried after 3 years, got us a Celtic coin. Yep, you never can tell. Oh right, Anne. Yep. Okay, well, send it in, Anne. Yeah, send it in. Everybody send a picture in, because if I get more than 6, then I've got some for next week. So that's not an ill store. That's if you like this format. Haven't got your feedback yet, so you might not like it. So are we all done on this scene? We've got 2 more to do, and then we can, I don't know, go wild. Can always come back to this if anybody else wants to comment. Josh says Uncle got 50 new signals on the field, been detected for years. All depends on conditions and how lucky you are. You could walk over the same bit of ground time and time again, and you know, especially if it's ploughed, it's all going to get turned up. You never know. Right, I'm going to go to scene 3 now, because scene 1 is me, scene 2 is Tom, and scene 3 is Anne. Anne sent me this. It's a lead token. I know nothing about lead tokens, so I'm hoping that some wise old owls on here is going to tell me exactly what that token is and rough age and stuff like that. No, I knew somebody would say nice 5p. You just have to expect that. Take no notice, Anne. Weird British chick. Good evening. Went detecting with my dad a few years ago, found an old brooch. We figured out this year it was actually a game from Game of Thrones. It was a hand of a king pin. Now I haven't got a clue about that. Now, I don't know how you done that, but there's like a side comment come up underneath it, and we didn't watch it back then, so I don't know how you done that. Did you just comment on your comment? Because there's a little icon now, face palm. Yeah. Anywho, Anne's fine. What have we got to say about that? Didn't know how you did it either. No, I go through life like that. I just do things and, you know, they'll work or they don't work. Looks normal on the chat on iPad. That's cool. I know there's one or two folks on here, rightly or wrongly watch me on a big screen. That must be real horrible to see a big face looming at you. And all I know is made of lead, medieval, found on GM Power. See, another one for GM Power. Stock program. Well, I'm on V4.1. Tom, Suffolk Searcher, what version have you got on your remote? Is it 4.1 or have you gone up to 5.1? Yep, Josh says very nice, and no idea what it is though. Yeah, same here. It's I'm afraid I'm not very well read with tokens. Ian says looks normal on TV too. I don't think I look normal. I think you're just commenting on the actual picture quality. So we'll leave it at that. Actually, I look slightly better in a small box, don't I? So nobody got any more information on the lead token? Tom's got 4.1. Yeah, I don't really want to move up to 5.1 myself, Tom. I am just toying with the idea of getting one of the X35s, the 13-inch, but you know, looking at it, you're gonna, I don't know, maybe slightly more stable, slightly deeper, obviously a bigger coil to my 11, so I'm going to get more coverage, but it's a lot of money, the 13-inch. You're looking at about 370 before your discount, so I don't know, I think I'll stick to 4.1 at the moment. I think I'll probably get a clip round the ear if I spent that money on a new coil. Okay, Anne's coming up with goods. Tokens we use to pay workers to exchange for goods. Okie doke, well, if we've got no more feedback on the token, you can always go back to these screens again if you want to see them. If someone is late on parade, then yep, links all search just on 4.1. Christopher Stanley, good evening. Found Henry 3 cut half yesterday. Well done. Oh no, half an hour later detector packed in. What you got there detector wise then, mate? Don't say Dias, for goodness sake. King Sean, late on parade, son. It's nearly half past. Look, come on, we're on the second find of the evening. Look. Are we just waiting for detecting Jester now, are we? Garrett. Don't start me on the Garretts, Josh. It was a Garrett, was it, Christopher? What, 250 or a posher one? I'm on the graveyard shift. Rightio, well, I'll tell you what, just for you, King Sean, I'll just go back a scene, and this is Tom's find. Just give you a quick blast of that. A very nice unit. I only know that because he told me. So that's pretty cool. So from that one we went to Anne's. That was a lead token. Nice button. And I'll move on to the last scene, which is from someone very strange. Some bloke called Sifter. I assume everybody knows what that is. Coil drained. What, on a Garrett? What have you got, Christopher? Detector. Seem a coil drained. You're talking about Dias. Josh, it's a thing. Yep, it is a thing. I'll give you a chance for a couple of comments on it. Christopher Dias. That's not good, is it? How old was the coil then? So I think they do lose the charge after a while. I think mine's about 3 years old, so still under warranty. Yeah, does look like an owl upside down. If you stand on your head, folks, it looks like an owl, and that's how I dug it up. It's about 2 inches deep at a field gateway where things have been going over it, getting in and out, and it's a 9th century Anglo-Saxon strap end, and it's complete with 2 silver rivets. So obviously silver, and that age it had to go away to flow, and luckily they didn't want it, and I got it back, and as said previously, you get a nice write-up. So I got a couple of pages of A4 detailing what it was, what it was used for, how it would have looked. So it's quite cool. That's probably my best, or my favourite find. Looks like an alien with a bad hair day. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I think they lose charge after a few years, don't they? Thank you. As if by magic your door opens and a cup of tea comes round. Magic. Lovely job. Right, yeah. So it's pretty cool. Didn't know what it was when I got it. Didn't realise the little round things were silver. It wasn't until I posted it on a Facebook group the wrong way up. So the silver was down the bottom because I thought it was an owl, or could be like a Saxon with the shields. If you turn it up with the eyes and the shield, anyway, and got told you're upside down and it's a strap end. So there we go. Now it's a fairly hefty piece, and obviously it does what it says on the tin. It's on the end of a strap, I assume, which goes around the waist, and it's split at the end. The leather goes in, and they put 2 silver rivets in this particular one to hold it on. So must have been a bad day when that one got lost. So if anybody got anything interesting, send me, email me the pictures. I'll just yeah, I think that's right. Can't see, got my glasses on. That's the email address. Contact at Suffolk/Sifter or -sifter.uk, and that should get to me, and I'll pick the first 6 if we indeed get 6. We've only got 3 this week. Well, I'll bang me cross up next week, shall I? If we don't get 6, I'll make up the numbers with me cross. I'll do a nice big picky on the screen. So we're all done on the strap end. I'll go back to my ugly self on scene 1. 1, 2, 3. Chimpanzee back in the room. There we go. Yep, as the graphics said. Can we have thumbs up, guys and girls? I can't say how many. I can't see how many thumbs I've got, but well, I can see how many thumbs I've got here. But there's 8 people watching. I'm not quite sure. I think there was 9 or 10 a while back. So if you're lurking, just say hi. Just say hi. Josh, didn't we see the article on the Independent about a dry spell caused ancient remains to be discovered because the ground's so dry? Yeah, I saw a bit on the news last night. I don't know where it was, but there's an aerial shot, obviously drone, I would imagine. Sore subject. I still got it, by the way. Haven't lost it yet. And there's like a little mansion, well, as little as mansions can get, and just across the way from it with the footings of the old mansion. You can see all the rooms and the doors. And there's another guy who had a farm which he'd farmed for years and years, and the aerial shot show some like not burial mounds, defensive, like trenches and humps, and because the trenches are filled in, the soil dries at a different rate, and it shows the lines, and the guy just didn't know what it was. I think that's 5,000 years old. Sort of defensive mounds, which is pretty cool. King Sean, haven't been out for a while. Hope we get out Saturday, Sunday. Hopefully I will get out Friday with a bit of luck. Charlie, hi. Late on parade, but I'll let you off. And so I got 8 thumbs, so that's pretty good then. 8 watching, 8 thumbs, so you done good. Thanks, guys and girls. Yeah, I'd love to detect on some of those sites, but you just can't, can you? I apologise again for the poor choice of t-shirt. Everything's lighting up. I think I settled down a bit. My hair's a little bit see-through, but if I keep still, that shouldn't be too bad. Suffolk Searcher, happy hunting Sean. I've got to catch Jester up on his recent haul, so he's had a good haul, has he? It's always good to hear. I like good hauls. Ah dear, I've got some new additions to the family. Nothing detector related, unfortunately, but kids crazed for some chickens, so we've got 4 chickens. Had them a couple of days. The last couple of nights I've had to put them to bed by hand. They're so dopey because I haven't been outside, so I've not seen the outside world or the grass or anything, and not used to perches and everything, so they all huddled up on the ground. So I'd go in the run, pick them up one by one, put them in the hut, close the door. Last night I think 1 went in, and I had to do the same again with 3 of them, and I tried to put them on the perks to get them used to it. And tonight luckily they all beetled off and they went in, so I just had to close the door. So that's that. But the downside, I've been sitting down with them quite a lot, trying to get them to tame, and I've been bitten to death with mozzie bites. I've got mozzie bites on every part of my body, and I mean every part of my body. Well, not every part, well, not that anyway. Ian, on the TV you are full screen, but on my phone your strap end is still up. I think there's a bit of a delay somewhere. I don't know whether it's a YouTube thing, or maybe if you refresh your phone, I don't know, because I'm definitely moved on now with my strap end. Even my second screen, which is the supposed output, has gone off my strap end now, so you shouldn't have your strap end on your phone. That'd be nasty. Josh, give you a good stuffing recipe. They've all got names, mate, these chickens. We've got 4, one each for the kids, and one for me and one for Mrs. Sifter. So not old enough yet to lay, still sort of pullets, so maybe in a week or two they'll start to lay. Get some eggs then, can't we? Yes, you're going to upset my children, you are, Sean. Josh. I know quite feeling. Went out to sort of a restaurant en route to a show a few weeks ago, and ordered this chicken, and I thought I'd never seen a chicken that size before in my life. Had a bit of a job eating it. It's only supposed to be half a chicken. SUFFOLK Searcher, how do you find GM Power perform compared with the Hot program? Hot is my normal go-to program, followed by Ultimate, Gary's Ultimate. I must confess not to have used GM Power much. It's a bit different, and the tones I think are a bit different, and the numbers are certainly different, because in my last video I found some coins and stuff, and the numbers are 95, and normally that's, you know, on Hot that's going to be like tin foil, but they're coins. So yeah, I'm going to use it again on that field, as I've been told there was they're going to put things going on in that field in the past, so there should be some coins and stuff on there. So I might stick to GM Power, but I've still got that nagging feeling in the back of my mind that I've got to go back to Hot, because I think if you use a program all the while, and if you stray onto a different program like Ultimate or Gary's Pitch 101, in my head I'm thinking I've got to go back over that again with Hot in case I've missed something. It's ridiculous, really. I think you just have to try the program, stick with it, and what you find is what you find, and then re-educate your ears for the tones and everything and the numbers. And can't beat freshly laid. Yep. Family members got loads of chickens, so we normally got fresh eggs anyway, but it'd just be nice to walk down the garden and get really fresh eggs. Not saying the others weren't fresh. I'm not going to eat them, man. No, they're not. They're just pets, and so they've all got names, and no, they'll be here with us until they shuffle off. I think Jess has locked himself in a room with his stash of treasure. You think? Oh, Josh, what about a lamb called mint sauce? Yeah. And a pig called sausages. See the way we digress off a topic. We've gone downhill now, haven't we? If someone dropped in on this channel now, they'd wonder what on earth we're talking about. Yeah, that is the advice, and just ignore the numbers and go on the tones. But I always look. I always look at the horseshoe. I've started using the XY screen, but I still like the horseshoe. Some of these things you get on an XY screen look like a lot of, you know, etch a sketch things, don't they? Like somebody's, like a doctor's prescription. They're all over the place. Tom says might get invited on one of his permissions. You never know. Rust Belt Relic Rescue. Sorry, my mouth's a little bit. Thank you very much, sir, for dropping in. Nice to have you on board. You missed all the exciting stuff. Ian says there's too many settings and sounds on the dais. Garrett is so easy. Without getting into how I feel about Garrett's, a local toy store has shut down. The tones just remind me of a kiddie's toy. It's like the Knox, the 600 and 800 Knox. A friend of mine came over with it a month or so back, and I had a play, and it's just can't get on with the tones. And I've seen videos with people using the Knox, and I said, yeah, there's good signal there, and there's all different tones. Which one is the good signal? You know, I just can't get my head around it. I'd rather have the dais. Now I've got my head around the dais. I'd rather, I mean, if you don't want all the noises, go on to dais fast. That cuts the majority out. Or if you want to get your ears done in, go on hot or ultimate. Whoops, I just upset Rust Belt. He uses an Equinox. A little overwhelmed with it, yeah. Yeah, you got to learn, I suppose. But I only had it for, well, half an hour messing about with it really, and I just, well, that's what you're used to, isn't it? Really. I mean, I had a Garrett before I had the dais, and I still prefer the dais. I won't go into it too deeply, so I'll probably get some sort of letter from Garrett. No problem, Rust Belt. I try and get the stream going. It's works most of the time, but I've got a bit of a issue with the t-shirt of choice. It's the wrong choice. Should have, see, it's gone again. Look, I'm going see-through. I reckon one of my lights are going to go down in a minute if they get low, because they're only on battery. But I did run them down flat and then recharge them, so I got caught out the time before last because I thought they were full and they weren't. And I got 10 thumbs up. Fantastic, fantastic. We've got 7 watching according to my second screen. What else we got? Josh says, oh, don't slag. I'm not going to read it out. I'm not going to read it out. Tom used to have a go at 250. Same here. It's a good machine, and I put on the a nail coil, the tornado coil on it, and that improved it a bit, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a big jump though, isn't it, Tom, from a Garrett to a dais. In financial terms, it was a hell of a jump for me, I know that. Next week's topics. Why doubt? I'm not going to read that either. I'm going to mute you in a minute. Do you want me to give you a timeout? Just put Josh on a timeout. He'll be back soon. He's a naughty boy. He doesn't like Garrett. And it says try to work out if what if at max, if a max or an XP Dias is best to get? Well, I'm just biased. I am. I think Dias personally. I think you know, it's more options, and if you don't want to get really into all the settings, just use the factory stuff. Dias fast is good, or hot factory programs. Yep, as King Sean says, switch your Dias on out of the box. You've got all your programs set up for different terrains and what you need to do with it. Start off with basic, program 1. That'll get you going. I don't play about with the settings, to be quite honest. I just wait for someone else to work out a new program, and to be quite honest with you, I like Gary on the XP Skill School. If anybody needs some instruction on how to use your Dias, he's your man. If you Google Gary's XP Skill School, we've got lots of tutorials on there, and that'll run through everything you need to know with the Dias. There you go, Gary. That's a plug for you. Oh, 300 seconds. Poor old lawn bowler has timed out for 300 seconds. And Garrett AT Max, well, Garrett Dias, Garrett Dias, Garrett Dias. That'd be Dias, mate, for me. But I'm biased, so. Tom says, think they're an investment. Yeah, Dias. I must confess, they're both around a K, are they, Ian? Well, I think you can get a full. If you wait till September before you make your mind up, I think the Dias is going to come out with the X35 coils in September. I think they're still shipping with the old coils at the moment. So I think if you get a full Dias, I think they're around about 1100–1200 quid. If you talk to Nigel at Regton's nicely, he might give you 10% off. Or there's what's the other place? Leisure Promotions. They give a balanced recommendation. But yeah, about 1100–1200 I would imagine for the full. Or you go light without the remote, which I wouldn't recommend. It's easier to program in with the remote. They are an investment. I mean, and they're also upgradable, aren't they? So you get a new program. Doesn't always work. You know, they have to upgrade it when they let us have it to test, I suppose. But they get there in the end, and obviously there's oodles of choice with coils. You know, you can go HF with your elliptical and your round, depending on what you want to do, really. I've only had the one coil with a Dias, and that's 11-inch. I've often thought about a 9-inch. It might get in between the stubble and stuff, but never really bothered to get one. I had an HF once. I did buy an HF 11-inch. Was it 11-inch HF? Couldn't get on with it, but that was the fault with the version of the software. That was version 4 with all the problems, and I had them all, and then I sold the coil. Then they brought out 4.1, and that cured all the stability problems. So there we go. Yeah, Christopher says Dias anytime. I'm going to be biased all day long with Dias. I do love it. It's light, and you know, so versatile. Tom says the other thing I like about Dias, light. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, a friend of mine's got the CTX 3030 with 17-inch coil. Apart from the factor of the expense, it's a lot of weight to swing around, and I'm sure you'd probably get more hours out of a Dias than you would do the 3030. Christopher says, yeah, getting warm in here with these lights. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of another edit. I got a the Holly Bobs video I did do with that when I finished doing the edit. Might be the weekend if you're lucky. I'm trying to be more consistent. That's probably where my biggest downfall with my videos is. I'm not consistent. Sometimes I can't get out to do a video through family stuff. So in my head I'd like to put a video out every Saturday and every Wednesday, but it just doesn't work like that. Link Soul Searcher would like to try 3030. Yeah, I would try it first. I wouldn't go out and buy one, and if you've got a friend with one, then yeah, try it. I hope I've not upset Lawn Bowler, because this 300-second business was quite a long while. I don't know if I can unmute him. Oh, he's back. Sorry. Sorry, Josh. I saw the button what said mute or timeout, and I just had to press it. So that's 300 seconds. Sorry about that. To be fair, would have got a Garrett as my first detector if the CTX wasn't such a good price. They are good machines, AT Max especially. Never had an experience with the AT Max. Oh, I wish my t-shirt, I chose a better t-shirt. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes left, so I'm sure you can put up with me having a stubble shoulder. Not had no experience with the AT Max and nothing with the 3030. I've not even held either. Lawn Bowler's got a 30-30-17. It is very heavy, but uses a harness. And you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Okay, bring it on. You can see me for all I've got, and I'm sure that won't be a heck of a lot. Right, it's 4 minutes to 10, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 8 people here, so cheers for hanging in there. I don't know whether you want to sort a topic out for next week as well, but if I get the response, cue you to send in the email me the pictures of anything really. Your good finds, your not so good finds, could be coins, could be relics, could be anything you like really, and I'll choose the first 6 if I get 6, and we'll do what we did this time round, and I'll put different scenes up and we'll see how we go. I'll make up numbers if we don't get 6. I'm not saying any more topics. Yeah, probably something like Garrett or something, won't it? Better not, Josh. All right. So I'll let you lot come back at me with a few more comments. As I say, it's 3 minutes to. I intend to finish up 10 before my lights pack up and I go completely blendy into the background. You will get into trouble. No, sorry about the timeout. I thought that was good. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but okay. Well, as I said, I intend to be out on Friday. Hopefully, it's going to nist down tomorrow, so the ground's going to be nice and moist for the signals to go much deeper. Because obviously, as we all know, with stubble you'll lose the depth of the stubble. So if you've got 4-inch stubble, you lost 4-inch depth. So hopefully I should probably hit the meadow. It's just been cut just for a brief moment, and then I'll go back to where I found the cross maybe, but I've got so many fields now that I want to go on. I've not got enough time. And the other field where I found the strap end, I want to do that as well, and that there, the groat, the field's been cut. All my fields have been cut, and I'll just have to get out there quickly because they're not ploughed, they're direct drilled, so they could even be starting to be direct drilled now, but I've still got until the crops come up. So I shouldn't get into too much trouble. Next week's topic, why? Oh. Righto. On that note, I'm winding up. Excuse me, so I'm sure you lot have nodded off because only Josh and Ian making any comments in the last 5 minutes. 7 people watching, so I will bid you good evening. Thanks for turning up, much appreciated. And if you like the format which we did this evening, then we'll do it again next week, but it's all dependent on you emailing me the pictures for it to work. So thanks for joining me. If per chance you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications of upcoming videos and this live stream every Wednesday, and that'll be much appreciated. Happy hunting to you as well, Christopher. Link Soul Searcher, good night to you. Good night to everybody. Good night to Anne. Good night to Josh, Ian. You know, without scrolling through, and I've got a terrible memory. King Sean C is probably in bed by now. Rust Belt Relic Rescue, good night to you. Just going through. Charlie Jones, I'm sure you've nodded off. And that's about Charlotte, a weird British chick. Good night to you if you're still there. Link Soul Searcher. Digger 1, he's nodded off. He's probably in the bath or the phone's packed up. And that, I think, is that. So, good night to you all. I'm going to hit the button. If I can find the button. Yeah. Night night.